Yeah, you're listening to Road Trippin with Richard Jefferson and Channing Frye, hosted by Alec Clifton. Now let's clang those glasses together and get this thing started. For all you sexy listeners out there, let's get this thing together. Let's keep it moving. And remember, stay sexy. Road Trippin.
Tom Brady's your guy, right?
Tom Brady is.
Let's get back to the Super Bowl.
Is my guy. He, I believe, myself and George on the training staff were the only ones that were going for the Patriots.
Is it because you?
It's not even about the Patriots for me. It's more about I just respect and love Tom Brady's greatness.
Is it because you guys both have a great head of hair and you both make out with models?
Like I said, I respect Tom Brady.
How much does, since you brought that up, your beautiful girlfriend, Kate, how much does she weigh in and factor into your fashion sense?
Oh, I thought you were going to say, like, my life choices. Like, yeah, I decided to sign with Cleveland 2 summers ago. Because,
Kate really loved the winter coat.
Yeah, exactly. She loved the.
Do you guys have the same fashion sense?
Banana-free banana.
Really? No?
She Kate is so.
Does she wear turtlenecks all the time?
She can wear turtlenecks. Yeah.
Help her hide those hickeys that Kev keeps giving her.
Oh my God!
What are we? 12 years old?
Yes.
Yeah.
Richard
I mean, no, we are. Yeah.
Wait till
Richard
the fart
is a kid
jokes
at heart.
start.
I can't wait. I can't wait. No, she has the. She is so naturally beautiful that she can literally throw on anything and she looks great. I have to kind of stay in my lane quite a bit.
Is your lane Banana Republic?
My lane is.
You're lame? Did you say you're lame?
Yeah.
All of
your
the
name
above.
is Jack Lame.
Jack Lame, yeah.
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 Hey, get out of there.
No. So all banana, and I'm like, you
Banana,
saw what I
yeah.
wore to the. Speaking of DC, you saw what I wore to the.
To do what?
Humble.
President.
So humble. Oh,
What did you wear?
To see the president.
Yeah, my photo op with the president.
Yeah, we saw her last night. What was her name?
I forgot. The president's daughter.
The Pistons. The
President.
former president.
Malia?
Yeah, we saw her last
She's
night.
tall.
Yeah, she is tall. Her mama tall, too.
Yeah, I forgot about that. She seems cool. I give her the head nod, the black people head nod.
Yeah.
What's up? I see you, girl.
So, hey,
I would have given her the thumbs up.
Wait, you gave.
Hey, good to see you.
Wait, who?
Oh, God.
we saw
Do you ever not
Barack Obama's daughter last night.
Oh, I thought you meant you gave Michelle Obama the head nod.
No.
You gotta
Do you ever see
black
two
people have to
random
get-
black
black
people?
people
You
have
have
to
to
give the head nod.
acknowledge. Have
Okay.
you ever seen that episode?
No, let me
of
tell you
Blackish?
a great, it's the smallest little
tidbit
of our visit here was I told Channing, I said, listen, the President of the United States, Mr. President, as we're going to call him, is going to come up to you, and I'm telling you right now, he's going to give you,
the brother shake.
serious dab.
Oh, he did.
And he goes, no.
dabbed the hell out of
Channing
him.
goes, no, I'm just going to shake his hand. I said, Channing,
Don't just shake the
take my
president's hand.
advice. And so he comes in. And he's the first one because we went tallest to, it was like V.
Yeah. Pot of potatoes.
Pot of potatoes, and then Channing, and then somehow me.
Yeah. All 6'5" of you.
And he comes in and he gives Channing, the biggest hug I've seen since, Game 7 ended, and it's Braun and I with the embrace.
Yeah.
Honestly, he did not?
He did. And that was like hugging one of your uncles you haven't seen for a couple of
But
years.
let's be real.
What's up, boy? You done got big.
Yeah, right. But let's be real. The star of the show is Michelle.
Oh, by
100%.
far. Michelle
She
crushed it.
And that's no
is-
disrespect to
No.
Braun. It's
No,
just
no.
how it is.
Yeah.
Michelle she made
Her
it.
energy is
Yeah.
infectious.
Yeah, the whole thing.
She has a swagger about her
Okay.
that.
Yeah,
What?
because she's
You
like,
don't- I
she's
can't
like,
use
oh,
that word?
how was the
She has super swag.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Super swag is the new term that the kids are using.
Yeah, that's why Ear to the Streets told me.
Oh,
Was it
jeez.
Kevin? Did you meet the royal couple 2 years ago in Brooklyn?
I didn't. No.
But they were there. So the
They
royal
were there,
couple.
and I also at the Olympics. It was crazy because Usain Bolt ran, and it was unbelievable at the track events.
Yeah.
And yet they're right behind us, the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge, and everybody's just taking photos and looking at them the whole time.
Wow.
No way.
Usain Bolt's
Just
right.
like when you were at the
Right.
Just
And
like
it was-
when you were at the free throw line, and everyone's watching
Exactly.
them walk in
Exactly.
and not paying attention.
Right.
Yeah.
They walked in when I was at the free throw line, and I'm like,
Holy shit.
I am a way bigger draw. No.
Yeah.
No, but I'm shooting there,
Humble.
and everybody.
Where's Pippa?
Right. No, but
So then, how did that compare then? Now that when you guys met the Mr. and Mrs. Obama, when you think about it, was that
We
didn't get to interact with them.
Barack.
really?
Yeah.
No.
So
I was like, hey, Braun, take me with you.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
that was the part that kind of like DC was awesome coming here, but the
moment.
Barack,
Timing.
no phones are out. There was no pictures taken. Like we got like the team picture. but
Yeah,
there was
instead
no,
of
like,
capturing the moment, we were
yeah.
living it, and it was amazing.
awesome. It was amazing. But like he said, this true superstar was Michelle. She comes
sure.
in and she's like, "Who wants a picture?"
Right, and
Who
she was
wants
like,
a picture, and
she was like-
everyone's like, "Picture, picture, picture,
Right.
picture."
Michelle was like, "Oh, so you guys did the podium? Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, that's great.
I don't care about that.
Let's
Like,
get a
yeah,
picture.
let's get a
And then
picture.
we were like,
oh,
can
you
we-
guys want to do the
mannequin challenge?
oh,
yeah.
yeah. Okay.
And
What do you
it
guys
was-
want to do?
It was crazy because like the mannequin challenge was won,
Right.
and it was ended by us. Like it was us. Like once we got the mannequin challenge done, everybody else was battling for 2nd.
Mm-hmm.
You're humble too.
No, I am when it comes to team and
Listen,
what we were able to
we're
accomplish.
it's not that we're not humble. We're just aware.
Very aware, self-aware,
Okay.
self-aware.
Were you nervous when you had to present? When you were the one that was?
Well, originally
Were
I thought
you
it was going to
prepared?
be Swish. I thought it was going to be JR because he had those shirts.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
and he was
yeah.
going to
Nate,
present him with
excellent.
a
And he
shirt.
was going to say, "Oh, here are these shirts in the jersey."
Yeah.
Or
Whatever.
Other way around. I don't know. But then I guess that fell through, and I wasn't told because originally Brian said, "Okay, why don't you?" He's
It's
gonna get the
because
shirts.
Trump is president now.
Oh
Right.
God. Okay, we'll skip that one.
So
Keep going.
no, just to finish that story. Basically, Braun looked at me because he was standing right next to me and said, "Hey, Kev, go down there and handle this." I'm like, "Okay." So I had to say a few words, which a few was a few.
A few.
Yeah.
And that was it. Then he told me to get my butt up back on the podium or the stage so we could take the photo.
That's when Shump got amazed that Barack,
They
the
could move.
president, was
they
like,
could move
"Yo,
the podium."
move this. I got a team of people."
I actually asked him about that. He said that was like power to like no other. Like the
Oh,
power
it's unbelievable.
he had.
Yeah,
Really? y'all were really that impressed. Like they have
don't
so
say
many
y'all.
teams. They have so many stuff. Like he's done that now for 8 straight years. So it's like he knows the schedule is, hey, so great to have the team, blah, 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 blah. All right, let's get a picture. And he knows that those guys, 4 guys, are sitting right there to take the stuff and move it so he can take 2 steps back, take the picture, and walk away.
Right.
So it was like when he goes, hey, guys, thank you guys for coming. Hey, let's get a picture. Team. And so then these guys know to come do it. I'm saying he's done it so many times. It's kind of crazy that it was like, oh, my God, I can't believe that happened. And it's like, was it really that impressive?
At the time, yeah. But now that you've ruined my dream.
I was like, no, because I was
Way
just
to go,
saying, I
buddy.
was like, it was
Next
just,
thing you're gonna tell me Santa Claus isn't real.
I don't know.
Hey,
I'm
we
a
have
big
kids
logistics.
listening.
I'm a big
Sorry.
logistics guy, so I like it when things are
Oh.
in order. So
Man,
Yeah, can we?
can we what?
we'll edit that out. Hey, you have opened up Snapchat to a lot of people to ask you guys questions. So do
I
you guys
told
want to
them- I
answer
told-
some Snap questions?
I told him to ask you questions.
Yeah, and they're asking. So,
How's that going? What's your followers looking like now?
Okay, here we go.
So Allie recently posted some of her posted her Snapchat handle because she was kind of private. So she recently posted her Snapchat handle on Twitter, and then Channing posted it on his Snapchat. Then I posted it on mine. And
Kind of private is so ambiguous.
well, kind of private means that like it wasn't like public out there, like kind of like an advertisement.
like I just opened it, but I didn't tell people that I opened it.
Uh,
That kind of thing.
Right.
all right, here's a
But-
question.
Okay.
I believe you.
Why would-
Sam Skilljan, Skillman21 says, RJ and Channing, what was your favorite bar at Arizona?
That's a great one, but we should not give Channing control of
That
your,
was
of your
good. That was
Snapchat.
good.
It's
That's a good
really
one.
Okay, that's a good one.
Can I say mine at Arizona? No.
Well, yeah. I wasn't.
Is that
20
Tempe?
I was in school for 3 years, but I was not
Wow.
21 the entire time. I was
You're
not
so
21
young.
the entire time that I was there.
Oh.
So I was never able to go to bars. I'm not trying to knock Channing for staying 5 years. I'm just
4
saying, like,
years.
so I didn't get to go to the bars till I got back to school. So like after I was in the NBA and went back, but it was like there's only 3 bars that are there, and the 2 most popular ones are still Gentle Ben's and Dirtbags. So
you're still allowed.
I'm still allowed. Dirtbags.
Right.
Dirtbags is probably the best bar.
Dirtbags.
Triangle would fit right in.
Oh, the Triangle would
man.
destroy that.
I love dirtbags.
Right after Rush Week. Oh, it's amazing.
Right.
It's amazing.
All right, here's a good one from Snowflake6. Kevin, tell us about rooming with Westbrook at UCLA.
A lot of
You're his roommate?
We on the road. Yeah, we were roommates.
Oh, on the road. This podcast is called Road Trippin', so very appropriate.
That's great. My Saks underwear line was just about life on the road.
Somebody asked us if we shared rooms on the road now.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Well, besides Channing.
Yeah.
Yeah, twinsies, twin beds.
All
and
right,
we
so
put them
do
together.
you have one story you can share with rooming with?
He was very stubborn.
Who decided what movie you guys watch?
No, what even about that? We would play you have a card game 13?
Yeah.
Okay, so we played 1,000 games of that. And he was the type of guy that he could eat whatever he wanted and
Not gain a pound.
Right.
Oh,
We'd have the
so-
training table where it was every type of food you want. It was like a buffet every meal, right?
And you just
No, I was on like a meal plan, right?
Oh, that's so funny.
Shannon?
So I was on a meal plan, and he'd come back with like a 7-scoop ice cream sundae, and whatever he wanted on it, finish it, and be set the thermostat to 76 degrees, and I'm like, listen, I'm white,
Sweater.
I need it at 65.
Yeah. Oh, dude.
So a lot of
I'm
thermostat
partially
battles.
white, so I'm 70.
Right,
70,
right. You gotta
71.
meet in the middle, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It was. I always say it reminded me a lot of. Probably nobody watches it, but I do. Curb Your Enthusiasm episode where, Larry is going. He's talking with Leon, and Leon's saying that, I'm an 82 guy. Like I've set the thermostat at 82. And Vivica A. Fox's character is saying, what is this? Under 68 degrees. Are you kidding me? Like, let's meet in the middle. How about 72? He's like, I'm an 82 guy myself.
Yeah.
He was. He'd wake up in the middle of the night and change it. He put it up 5 degrees. I'd be like, oh my God, it's so hot in here. I'm sweating.
Yeah.
Like, why is this? Why am I going through my shirt here? And I'd change it.
And
back.
that's a great not eight moment. It's like, God, why is it so hot?
No, it was like, it was just little things like that I remember. Other than we had a very, as you guys did, a very good team, and that was I was only there a year, but it was an unbelievable.
You guys went to the Final Four.
We did. First time all number one seeds went to a Final Four. So it was Kansas ended up winning that year. They played Memphis in the championship. We lost to Memphis, who had Derrick Rose and North Carolina.
What's crazy is that 2 of the 3 NBA members here have been to a Final Four.
And
Right.
2
How'd
of the
that go?
3 were lottery
that go?
picks.
I was a lottery
So-
pick also.
Oh,
I was
is
a
14
lottery
a lottery pick?
13.
Is it? That's kind of on the edge. Yeah, it's like.
Yeah. Meanwhile, you went to the Knicks. How'd that work out for you?
All right, guys.
I still got a chip.
Corey Birdman wants to know, my question, best championship game, Super Bowl or NBA Finals Game 7?
Say it again.
Best championship game, in your opinion, Super Bowl or Finals Game 7?
Allie, you can't ask that question. It's more biased.
Yeah, we're definitely biased.
Okay, well,
Whoa, don't get sensitive.
Yeah,
Don't get
seriously, that is,
sensitive. Allie's
Kenny.
been hanging out with our team too much now. She's starting to get sensitive.
right. Oh wow.
Upside down buck.
Yeah.
Upside down buck.
And a tear.
okay, Rachel Nin 1.
Oh, I like the sound of that.
Rachel Nin 1. Does Kevin do any weird superstitious things before each game? And what happened? What happened to little Kev?
First of all, Kevin does everything weird. You just get used to it.
Like what?
Kev's looking at you like he's
No.
ready to choke you.
Kevin does a lot of weird stuff.
Yeah,
How many
yeah.
pair? You go through so many socks before a game. It's unbelievable.
Right.
Wait.
Eight pairs.
How many socks do you wear in a game? Like
Every game.
for every you show up.
Listen, there's
start
no
to finish.
woman that's like, hey, listen, I like nasty feet.
Touche. I agree with you.
Thank you.
Disgusting.
So I'm like,
Yep.
let me get some new socks every game.
How many?
Uh,
though?
Plus
How many?
6.
No way.
You go through
Kevin.
6 pairs of socks
Yes,
from the
brand
start
new.
of
More than that.
arriving at the arena for a game
It's
until the
more
end?
than that.
He goes three at
Kevin,
half.
it's 12.
3 at half. Is it? Don't tell us.
Why,
Listen,
why
listen.
do you change?
Kevin, he wears
Listen,
2 pair of
listen.
socks.
Are
when
those
he shoots.
Super Bowl T-shirts, Atlanta Falcons T-shirts? Where are they arriving?
They'll be arriving in the Sudan. At any moment, right?
That's what I'm getting at. So what?
There's a town in El Salvador
Yeah, El Salvador and Sudan, they are arriving.
Right.
Kev,
So they make your socks?
Right.
Kev, so we never.
Can we do like a socks for kids?
Yeah. So this is.
You throw away your
We've
socks.
never
No,
really
we don't.
actually.
Oh, maybe
addressed
in your
this,
trash
Jenny.
because
Our-
you're trash.
Is the little Kev thing. Because people have been asking, because little Kev, he's been chilling. He hasn't really made an appearance. He's kind of similar to our team, where he only really wants to show up for the playoffs.
Wow. That's a lie.
It was funny how that whole thing got started, and I have to give a shout out to
Channing.
You were pointless
For
in
being
this.
your muse.
You're not a muse. Stop. Just you're the eldest child. That's not the middle.
How did I
child
know
syndrome.
when we started this podcast that because it was us three, as the players, that we would bicker?
Oh, well, we're Corey. We're
we
gonna argue.
bicker with everybody.
Yeah,
all the
and
time.
Channing's
Okay.
grumpy right
Okay.
now. Channing,
I'm
for all the
sleepy.
podcast listeners out there, like Channing is easily the most important part of our entire crew, but he is also the grumpiest when it comes to try and record the podcast.
Right.
Easily.
And so if you want to let him know what you thought about him on this episode, what is your Snapchat handle?
At
Mr.
Mr. CTF Duggies.
Oh yes.
With
No,
the
that was
french
bad.
fries.
That was bad. Yeah.
The little
The
Kev
french
thing,
fries on the
Channing. Kev, I'm my
Wins
bad.
him.
No, you're good.
Most people don't know that you and I have the same agent, Jeff Schwartz, amazing
Right.
guy.
Best agent.
Just best agent ever.
Yeah.
And so he hit me up and was like, "Hey, so Tommy Bahama called, and
They want to give you some free
they
lawn
want to give you
chairs.
some free lawn chairs."
Dude,
They
their
want-
lawn chairs are unbelievable.
Well, Channing stole
Wow.
the lawn chair.
Right,
Like I
right.
opened up the box of shirts and T-shirts and like cozies or
Right.
koozies.
Called dibs.
Koozies.
And I drink too fast. I've never needed one of those.
Right.
If the drink was cold, it was going to stay cold by the time it was finished.
Yeah.
And so, no, that's how really the little Kev thing just kind of, we were messing around on the plane, and all the Cavs fan out there, little Kev does not happen without Kev giving the okay. Because I was like, Kev, are you sure you don't mind me doing? He's like, well, I'm sponsored by Banana Republic, so I can't really be in any
So I
of
have
the
to act
skits.
like I'm so against it.
I'm so against it. But yeah, I don't really care. So I think Little Kev is going to make another appearance at some
In
point.
some
in time
odd
in playoffs.
way, it brought us all together.
It did. It
We
did.
need a new thing this year.
You need a new
Oh,
thing.
listen,
No,
RJ
cool.
has already told me.
What are we doing?
Kev just mouthed something that I didn't really hear.
I didn't either.
Ah.
And I was looking dead
I
on
heard it.
I know.
I read lips for a living, though. I heard it.
What?
How did you hear it and
How
read
do you
lips?
read
What's it-
lips?
That's a weird
Well, I
thing
mean-
to say when you're going off Snapchat.
That's a really weird thing to say.
Because, this person wants to know.
Does
Nav
this
Pal
person have a name?
G. Nav Pal G, I don't know, wants to know.
Was NavPal B taken?
Must have been.
Or F?
Must have been.
Yeah.
But they want to know
Shut up.
your
Yeah.
your wrestling persona, which, let's see. We're going to end with this one. This person
Oh,
wants
already
to know.
done?
No, we can keep talking.
I was just getting started.
yeah,
no, I'm
alright.
kidding. What's N?
If your wrestling
want to know-
personality, what would it be?
Yes.
Which Channing gave his in episode 2. Had you listened, you would have known. Actually, you should have been sitting in on that one, but that's neither here nor there. So
Damn, Dougie.
I would be like, you know what I've watched before is like when Razor Ramon comes into the ring for the first time. They're like, and now making his first appearance, and it's so funny because he has a toothpick in his mouth. He's walking out there like some fan tries to grab his shoulder and tap him, and he like throws him off of him. He throws his toothpick at him, and he comes to the ring. He does the as you can see, I'm a wrestling fan. Does like the razor's edge, ends it, and he just kind of looks at everybody like, I don't need this.
Yeah.
And it kind of just walks out of the ring like everybody hates him. He ends up
So
joining.
you would be the most hated smug wrestler. That would be you'd be the heel.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
If I was a wrestling persona,
Yeah, wrestling persona.
no question.
Okay, I could dig that.
But like, yeah, I mean, I grew up. I think everybody. Our team took such a liking to wrestling and like all the different personalities, like Ric Flair and
But the two
Bret Hart and
the two most hyped moments for like
Stone Cold.
obviously winning it or whatever.
Undertaker.
But when you got the shout out on the Stone Cold,
That was huge.
was it this podcast?
Yes.
When you got the
He
shout out,
gave me the oh hell yeah.
that
was
yeah,
big.
you came in. And
That was a
let,
childhood dream.
yeah. You came in
fulfilled.
and let everyone listen to it,
Yeah.
and you were so stoked.
Yeah. I think I got it, synced it on Apple TV and mirrored it.
I mirrored it.
Yeah.
Wait, is that a video podcast?
I think it was for. No, I think it is. I
Yeah,
think
'cause it
they filmed that.
No, we're thinking about filming some here.
Yeah, do we have a budget
Nope.
for that? Do you
We
have a
don't.
budget?
We don't have a budget, so we're trying to find
Funding.
We're trying to find some funding. We're trying to find some
Right.
sponsors. We're actually trying to find
Well, Orange Julius.
Orange Julius, or Rallies. Rallies Fries got a hell of a mission.
Rallies.
last
Oh,
time.
man.
Nice.
Taco Bell got quite the mention too.
Yeah.
Dude, if you want to slap, hey, I love New York crunchy tacos.
What?
Sorry, I'm getting sleepy.
I like soft tacos.
Do you? Oh God, you gave me a weird look.
Ew.
No, I didn't. No, I did not.
All right, Kev. Well, thanks for dropping by. Thanks for hanging with us.
Yeah.
Did you
Yeah,
enjoy it?
Did you like it as much?
You
as
kept
we
us in
did?
a lot of suspense. You made us wait on you.
I know.
Well, that was the
I
Super
feel like I
Bowl.
want to come back when we have something real to talk about.
Yeah. But that's the thing. That's what this podcast is.
Yeah.
We just
Right.
sit around and we just crack jokes. Basically,
That's why you have
same.
9 listeners.
Yes. Well, actually, we're
I'm
up to
I'm
11.
kidding.
14.
Wow.
We're up to
Oh.
11.
I'm kidding. That was a low blow.
With
I wanted to leave you with that so you'll want more.
What Kev does not know is that we have a waiver for him to sign that's going to make sure that he
Approves of everything that I said.
approves of everything, but comes also with the that you promote on some
Yeah,
sort of social media. Through
Rafa,
Twitter.
how long have we gone?
An hour and 44 seconds.
An hour and 44 seconds. So I'm going to need Jeff Schwartz to listen to all of it. Can you imagine?
Jeff
Hey,
Schwartz,
Jeff,
yeah.
no, I got a problem here.
Well, I texted him. Wait, a couple of things. I texted him and I sent him a screenshot when we reached number 1. So I want to give a shout out to all the Cavs fans and all the NBA fans out there that have helped us get to the number 1 sports and recreation podcast. I don't know if we're like staying number 1,
But that's the thing.
But our podcast has reached number 1.
It has reached number 1, but you guys are you're not all about just being satisfied with that because
we want to be number 1
quickly-
overall.
We've quickly dropped.
Yeah.
as
Did
well,
we?
So
Well, yes.
did.
It's your fault.
Oh, yeah, that and Channing and the mass amounts of advertising he does and self-promotion.
yeah.
Yeah.
I know. I just feel so weird.
Well, you are weird, Channing.
Well, I
so
feel
just
like
embrace
if
it.
Channing actually came prepared.
Well, yeah.
That's
well,
the whole thing.
To,
I can't.
we have to turn.
And,
Like, you
I
understand?
didn't
We've had
ask about outlet pass. That's a whole different demographic.
yes, we've had.
They
to
want to
turn-
know about your outlet passes.
No one
People
wants to know
knows
about his
you.
outlet.
No,
pass.
you
They know
do.
3 things.
You do because you look at my shoes and you're like, oh, those are the Nike big outlet passes.
Yes.
People know you for 3 things.
Okay.
Not dyeing your hair gray like you promised because after
Silver.
we won a championship,
Silver.
silver.
Surfer.
Your outlet passes and your Banana Republic. That's what they know Kevin Love.
Really, it's not the 4-time All-Star NBA champion in the stop?
Nope. It's 2017. Outlet passes, Banana Republics, and I forgot the third one.
You just said it.
Not the silver hair.
Yeah, not living up
Dying.
to your bet.
Yeah, but I'm going to be a silver fox in about 10 years.
10 years? How about 10 days? You got a lot of grays out there, buddy.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Wow,
well,
this
you're
is
going to
this
get
is
a
your
5
friend.
on rye. You keep talking like
This
that.
is-
That's a knuckle
this is
sandwich,
This is
buddy.
a friend. A 5 on rye.
You ever had a
Yeah, I've
Hertz
never heard
donut?
A Hertz donut.
Hey, can I give you one?
No! Ow!
Yeah, Hertz donut.
Oh, jeez.
Physical
Just
fighting.
nothing but
This is
high-level
just
comedy
bullies.
here. Yeah, you can come here, man. You can talk whenever you want.
Anytime.
We don't do anything, man. We just sit. We
Yeah,
hang
Bron
out.
said he was going to join us tonight.
No.
I think he's watching gay film.
Yeah. Watching what? Game film?
film.
I thought you said something else.
Oh,
But
wow.
yeah, no.
So did I. It is that time of night.
It is that time of night.
Okay.
And with that said, you can find us, locate us, Kevin, if you didn't know this, to all of our listeners, not just on iTunes, but Google Play, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Revolver Podcast, Cavs.com. This is kind of just the beginning of a road trip.
Yeah, it is.
Game 2 hasn't even hit us. It's a 4-game road trip, so we'll be on the road a little bit longer.
What we're trying to do right now for our listeners is hopefully we're working on getting an Instagram and a Twitter handle for all you guys, so you can kind of shout out some questions ahead of time, so we can kind of tease you with our guest.
Tease it a little bit.
Tease it a little bit. Yeah, just the tease.
So with that said, Kevin, you graced us with your podcast voice at the beginning.
Kevin,
Do you want to help
thank
us
you.
sign off? For Channing Frye, Richard Jefferson, your host, Allie Clifton, and
Special a shout out to Alec Clifton for hosting the show tonight. Rafa for working the ones and twos. Richard Jefferson, always bringing the heat every single night. And Channing, you can locate him on Instagram at RealCFry. And it's me, Kevin Love. No, I had a good time, guys. I appreciate it. I know.
Thanks for coming.
Just kind of free flowing, let everything fly, and I'll be back.
Yeah,
Cool.
there we go.
episode 4 from the nation's capital.
Peace out.
Yeah.